Hope you're all doing well. I'm doing better than yesterday right now, but still not perfectly there. Like, I've still got the cough, but I'm not as much homesick. So that's a good point in my favor. Just not feeling quite as homesick right now. Although that doesn't make it that I won't ever feel that way. Let's see, what do I have here? Okay. That's all that's going on. Alright. So it looks like I got a new subscriber called Fresh Ink Nico. I appreciate the subscription there. Now let me get the links up. And also for you guys to get your question of the day too. Wrong place. Alright. Alright, so I got that link. Now let's bring up today's question of the day and see what we've got here. Well, I'm more so a dog person between those two. Like, I've been around cats and I think I've got allergies towards them, but I don't know for sure. I just suspect it. And dogs can be fun. The only thing cats have over dogs is that they're independent. As for peanut butter, maybe smooth, but I haven't had peanut butter in a while. Let me get that. Okay, there we go. Got that one. Let's check over here. Forgot about this thing that I need to launder it. Alright, good. Alright. And I should also bring up this for later on. Hey Jason, I'm glad you can make it in time. Do you see today's question of the day? So right now I'm just working on the links. Yeah, I'm glad you can make it. Huh. I hope they come, because those can be a real pain in the neck. Because I hate how I have to wonder, are they going to come extremely late, or are they going to come extremely early, or are they going to come when I asked them to come? I think I'm more so a smooth one, but it's hard to tell because I haven't had peanut butter in a while. But crunchy does sound good. Alright, there we go. Now to get this stuff up. Still kind of funny that I can remember my Twitch address easier than the YouTube, but it's not that hard. Like, the YouTube address is simple enough, but the way that YouTube and Twitch here work is just a bit annoying because yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, as I was saying, don't like how YouTube and Twitch work because Twitch, all I have to do is do my channel address and it'll give you the active stream, but YouTube, I have to go hunting for it. And that's a bit of an annoyance, but oh well. Simple enough to find, so it's not too big of a deal. Just gotta do that. Make sure. Darn it. Good thing that I've got a way to monitor my console here. Because as nice as the third-party docks are for the Switch, it's annoying that they can be finicky, particularly the one that I've got. So to keep it from giving me troubles, I've got to monitor it. Otherwise, my streams would be starting a bit late. Alright. There we go. Luckily, this part just can go quickly. But yeah, I do agree that peanut butter that tastes close to the peanuts does sound intriguing. But I mainly have grown up with the smooth, I believe. Okay, 2 more places. Alright. Link has been shared out, so I'm gonna go get a drink, and then I'll get the game up. You guys take this chance to do whatever you need to get relaxed, and if you haven't had the chance to answer today's question of the day, which Jason has already done, then feel free to check out the question of the day by entering the command in the stream title while I'm live, and that should bring it up unless it's already been pinned where you're watching this. That, I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Just a bit more, shut that down because I'm gonna go directly to my feed. Alright. Now to bring up the game. Alright. Good morning, everyone. How are you all doing? Doing pretty good here. I'm looking forward to this visual novel. I kind of wanted to continue on from where I was last time, but at the same time it felt like a good stopping point where I was, so we're going to be starting from there, which will be chapter 1. Alright. Then we go here. Alright. Let's see. Yeah. Huh? I hear something. What is that?
Yeah.
Kia? This voice.
Yeah.
Kyoya. Oh. When I gain consciousness, a young girl. Yeah, nice. I'm glad that It's pretty good. Even though I ended, after the prologue, the last stream, this story's been pretty interesting. I want to punch the guy that's responsible for this event in the face, though. And you'll probably see why as it goes on, but I just want to meet him so that he can be slugged in the face. Let's see. When I gain consciousness, a young girl's face is right before my eyes. It seems she's trying to peer down on me. A white-haired girl, a lackluster world spanning the surrounding area, thus my non-moving body. It's the same however many times I wake up. This is my reality now, I suppose. Kyoya, you finally responded, I see. Sorry, I must have slipped off to sleep at some point. Ever since I woke in that rundown room, this is how it is. My sleep is unclear. It's not that bad. It's more so what they did to this girl here and what she has to go through is just horrible. So I'm kind of wondering what's going on, but she says that a creator made her go through what she's going through, and I'm like, we need to meet that creator and punch him in the face. It's that kind of thing, but it's still pretty interesting. Let's see, my sleep is unclear, unsure whether my eyes are open or closed. My consciousness cuts off before I know it. Then suddenly my eyes will open. Sleep happens at night. When my consciousness comes back, it's always when the sun peeps up, so I guess I could say it's a healthy lifestyle. Hey you, that purpose of yours, is it over?
この周辺は終わりました。ですから、もう少し移動しなければなりません。
This area is finished. It is time to move on a little further.
あなたがいました。
However, you did say, are you concerned about me then?
あなたはここまで連れてこいと言いました。
You said to bring you
し
here.
かし、ここにたどり着いてからも置いていかないでくれと言いました。
When we arrived here, however, you told me you did not want to be left behind.
置いていくわけにはいきませんでした。
So I could not leave you. I see. I'm starting to understand it piece by piece. This girl is very obedient. Without questioning a thing, she'll loyally stay true to what she's told. She's not the type to spew lies. She probably even spoke in all seriousness in yesterday's conversation. Hey, would you mind telling me again what you know about the world?
わかりました。
Very well. She nods and sits in front of me.
神様がおっしゃるには、この地球上には前までたくさんの種が住んでいたそうです。
In the Creator's words, many species lived on Earth before
その
this.
中の種の一つが人間でした。
Among those species, humans were one of them.
人
Yeah.
間は他の種をよく苦しめました。地球を汚したり、もともとあったものを破壊したりして、動植物をいじめ続けたということでした。
Humans would often bring suffering to other species. They polluted the earth, destroyed things that once were, and tormented plants and animals. Okay. This one I don't get. Like, it makes sense that they say humans bring suffering, but we're not the only ones. Because if we were, then life itself wouldn't be suffering.
それでも、神様はお許しになっていました。それも、人間という種の個性として、寛大なお心で見守ってくださっていたのです。
Yet the Creator turned to forgiveness, seeing those acts as a trait of the species. The Creator watched over them with a generous heart.
ある時、人間は人間同士で、とても大きな争いを始めました。
However, one day humans began an enormous conflict with their fellow
それ
humans.
までも争い、戦争という行為は何度かありました。
Up until this conflict, there were so many times of war.
しかし、その時の戦争は、これまでの日ではないほどにひどいものだったのです。
But the war was so harsh this time, it could not be compared to anything before it.
人間はそれによって地球を汚し尽くし、同時に地球上に住むすべての種を絶滅させました。
Humans polluted the earth entirely and wiped out. Humans polluted the earth entirely and wiped out all living species at the same time. Of course, this also included humanity.
そうして残ったのは、何も動植物が存在しない世界でした。
What remained was a world without life. Except for the two of you. All that happened while I was in the place you found me. Something's not right. I knew about wars in foreign countries lasting for years, but at least where I was, Japan was at peace. True, there wasn't unsettling news, but even then I can't imagine the world falling into destruction when I was locked up for what felt like less than a year. I just don't believe such a story.
それが事実なのです。
But that is the truth.
感情を神様は嘆かれました。
The Creator had wept over this tragic event.
そんなことをしておきながら、ただ死んでいった人間に罰を与えることにしたのです。
Deciding to grant punishment, the Creator let the humans merely perish. Then you were made?
そうです。
Yes, exactly. She nods. I'm not convinced, however. Don't you think that's strange? Being created afterward makes you different from the humans who put an end to living things, right?
そうでもありません。正確には、私は一度、戦時中に死んでいます。
No, that is not entirely true. The truth is, I did die once during the time of war.
それを神様が生き返らせて、この私として作ってくださった、便利な体にしてくれたのです。
The Creator brought me back and created me as I am now. I was given this body useful for my purpose. I still pity you, girl. She tells me to look, then stands up. She twirls her arms and then swings her feet with a dangle. As soon as she leaps into the air, she slips on the sand and falls to her backside. Your body doesn't seem all that useful.
元の私が不力だっただけです。
The original me was incompetent, that's all. No, that is
基
all.
本的な身体能力は、最初に死んだ時から変わっていないとのことです。
My physical ability is still the same from the first time I died. The girl places her hands on the ground and sluggishly moves, rising to her feet.
しかし私には、食事、排泄、睡眠といった行為が必要ありません。
See, necessary things, however, like eating, caring for hygiene, and sleeping are unnecessary for me. I'm even more curious about what happened to you here. If you don't need to eat, that's one less way to die, too.
私が死ぬのは、哺乳類の追体験をするときのみであって、それ以外で無駄に死んでしまうことがないようにと配慮されているのです。
Careful attention was taken so I will not die needlessly beyond when I relive the death of a
無駄
mammal.
なことはせず、罪を償うことだけができるようになっています。
I can simply pay for the crimes without doing anything useless. And I see a problem with this. Not in the writing, but the problem with what she's having to go through right now.
神様はお優しい方なのです。
The Creator is a kind one. No, they are not kind. That's just it. I don't see that as kindness. That being unnecessary means not allowing the enjoyment of food or rest by sleep, am I wrong? That's right. That's the life of a robot, not a human. Even though I have my thoughts.
神様はお優しい方ですよ。
The Creator is kind. She speaks as if I should know better. Now I don't know what to think. Let's get my thoughts a little in order. This young girl dies and comes back to life in a place with nothing around. That's a fact. So I'll believe her story about receiving punishment for argument's sake. At the same time, I'll say that the Creator also exists. But what about every living thing being extinct? I still only know the world to the extent I have walked with this girl. There's not enough proof. On top of that, the Creator speaks of creating you, bringing you back to life, and going through that trouble so humans would pay for their crimes, right?
そうです。
That is correct. Don't you think that's strange?
おかしいです。
Strange? Not following what I'm saying, she tilts her head, so I go on explaining carefully. The Creator had to bring you back to life. That's because the Creator believed there wouldn't be a human to pay for the crimes. Yes. In actuality, however, there is a human, me. Therefore, I would have been perfect in paying for the crimes. Why do you want to take on her suffering, kid? Like, she's going through some rough points and not being able to live a life that a lot of us think that children should be able to live. But why do you want to subject yourself to what she's going through? Instead of demanding that we take on this creator and make him pay. But the creator didn't do that. In other words, the creator didn't notice my existence. Even though they are the creator, they're imperfect, and overlooking details like that happens. If so, just as the creator did with me, there's a chance of life or someone else remaining. Yes, there's hope. There's no way humanity could fall off the earth so easily. My family, friends, classmates, and all the others must be out there somewhere alive.
あなたと同じようにですか？
Those like you? Exactly. I let out a reassuring voice to rouse up my spirits. So how about you and I search for others? No, not just others, but for any living creatures.
それは無理です。
Forgive me, but that is not possible.
使命があります。
I have my purpose, and that's fine. Just as we came here, take me to wherever you're heading, that's plenty. I will handle searching on my own.
いいえ、これは私一人に課せられた使命なのです。
No, this purpose was assigned to me alone.
これ以上、あなたと行動を共にするわけにはいきません。
I must no longer accompany you. The young girl shakes her head from side to side. Not a good reaction. That's right. Maybe your purpose was supposed to change in the first
どういう
place.
ことですか？
What do you mean? There's a chance the creator's thoughts will change if you can discover life. So that purpose thrust upon you so selfishly might be reduced or even forgotten about entirely.
あなたが言っている意味がわかりません。
I do not understand what you are saying.
一度与えた使命を減らしたり、なくしたりするようなお方ではありません。
A creator is not one who reduces or takes back a purpose once it has been given.
神様は絶対です。
The creator is absolute. And the creator needs to be taken down like Sephiroth and everyone else. Being cut off so frankly, my teeth grind in my inner thoughts. I thought it was a good idea, but this girl seems to be more stubborn than I had imagined. Or I should say she's not flexible when it comes to this. Either way, this is not good. Her help is vital so long as I can't move on my own. What in the world can I say to convince
あ
her?
なたは他の生物を探すと決めたのですよね。それならば、そうなさってください。
So you decide to search for other life, then very well, do as you wish.
私は私の使命のために生きます。
I am going to leave now for the sake of my purpose. Oh, wait,
何でしょうか？
what could it be? Even in mid-walk, she'll stop when called to stop. I'm thankful for that, for the loyalty, but there's no way this can continue for long. I need to, one way or another, convince her right now. My mind works overtime trying to figure it out. I am living. I, too, am alive. Yes. And my body was constrained while I had no idea. I don't know by whom, but I'm sure whoever it was, they were human. Therefore, I'm also a victim of human cruelty. In other words, I may become another one of your so-called human crimes. When leaving my disabled body mean that a human is adding to crimes against humanity?
あなたが罪ですか？
You, a crime? It's a far-fetched idea. I know using her position to my advantage is a cheap way to talk. But for the time being, I just can't be left here. I won't do it. Turn to dust in such a place without a thing in sight. Watching a world of no movement, alone again, sounds horrible. Well, my string of words spin together in desperation, and I wait for her reaction. The silent, still air continues for a second, then 2 seconds, almost a minute passes. The young girl moves her head in a nod.
確かに。あなたの言う通りかもしれません。
What you say may be true. So you understand? Yes. That means you'll bring me with you from now on?
はい。罪を償うべき存在が、さらに罪を背負うなどということは許されません。
Yes, someone who must pay for crimes cannot be allowed to further the shouldering of them. I see. Good. I'm really glad. That settles it. I'll still be able to search around for people with this girl. Thank you. No problem. True death doesn't befall this girl. And for whatever reason, I won't die even without food. Therefore, the two of us can scour to the ends of the earth. Well then, I'm in your debt.
よろしくお願いします。
Yes, and I am in yours. What I really want to do is extend my arm for a handshake, but I can't do that, so I try surfacing a smile instead. That's the plan. I have no sense of feeling, so I have little confidence in whether or not I actually made a friendly smile. Alright, first off, we
次の場所へ向かいます。
head to the next place. No, hold on, not yet. Excuse me? Panicking, I stop her as she immediately lifts me up and is about to move. Since yesterday, I've been thinking about this, but this girl's pretty hasty. I get that she's absorbed in her purpose, but the contents of her purpose are, well, the contents, so I wish she would calm down some. There's still other important things to
私
do.
には重要な使命があります。
I have a very important purpose. Well, this, given the circumstances, is more important.
なのですが、
Something more important? Yeah. I look straight into her eyes and speak. Let's find you some clothes.
今日はこれですか？
Kyoya, do you mean this? She wipes something up at her feet and puts it before my eyes. No, that's just an iron rod, no matter how you look at it. An iron rod? We don't need it, so setting it down over there is fine. Okay. Once I speak, she obediently places the rod down and searches the area again. Is this it? Isn't that broken glass?
必要ないのですね。
You do not need this then? Yeah, but when you put it down, be careful not to cut your hand. Okay. I wonder how much time has passed since we started looking for clothes. She'll just pick up other objects, fiddle with them, and show no signs of finding clothes. That said, I'm also not concerned with stopping the search. Above not having much in me yesterday, it didn't bother me because I considered her as a monster. But now aware that she's a little girl, her appearance is an issue. That tattered clothing can't be good, even if she has been alone for however long. No, even if I admit it's fine that she's alone. As long as she's with me, this is not okay. I'm a little embarrassed about this. Could nobody have given this girl a decent piece of clothing? I can't help but feel pity for the girl and irritation for the creator.
これですか
Kelia, how about this? Showing me a chunk of concrete like that doesn't help.
そうですか
Oh, I see. So long as she fully believes the creator's words, I must not say anything negative unless needed. If this girl gets any suspicion, and there's a chance I'll be left behind next time. I'll need to check her mood occasionally as the days go on. But,
これですか
Kelia, how about this? When it comes to this, it might be best to speak a little sternly. Hey, no matter how you look at it, that's just a bottle, see? It's not bad for playing, but do you mind doing that after we search for clothes?
遊んでいませんよ
I am not playing. What are you talking about? This entire time you have been... Has she not just been willy-nilly picking up things and then asking about them? I'm about to say that when I really think about it, the way she's asking is unusual. It's more like she's randomly bringing in anything that enters her sight than coming to inform me about something interesting she's found. Don't tell me you don't have a clue what clothing is, do you?
実はそうなのです
Yes, it is true. I do not know. This girl was sincerely searching for clothes, but she didn't know what clothing was, so she must have been checking one item at a time with me.
使命に必要だと思われる情報は神様に教えていただいたのですが
I'm sorry, the creator taught me the information needed for my purpose, and well, that makes sense. It must be that even this girl's knowledge has been limited, not to mention eating and sleeping, because she lives to die not knowing a darn thing about clothing creates no issues. That's what the creator's trying to say, right? Think now, this situation looks to become an irritating one. Sorry for not teaching you about clothing in the first place. I could have saved a lot of time.
知らない私が悪いのです
No, it is okay. I'm sorry. I did not know.
今日や教えてください服とはどんな
Keoya, more importantly, tell me what sort of thing is clothing. That's right, clothing as well. I get hung up once I start to speak again. With my body being constrained and all, clothing will look different. And what she's wearing now is more of a rag than clothing. Let's see, maybe some fabric with holes in it? Fabric? Oh, you don't know what that is either. Well then, let's start with this. It's something that touches your skin. Slipping. Hold on, guys. I feel like I need a drink, so I'm gonna take this chance to deal with that. You guys go ahead and get a drink too, and whatever else you feel like. And I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Hopefully this lasts me a bit longer. So that was definitely not comfortable there for me. In terms of the content, just the whole feeling. Let's see. Slipping clothing on. People would warm their bodies and protect their skin.
ヒール温めて
Slitting, warm, and protect their skin. She stops moving and closes her eyes. This goes on for a while and then she raises her
ようや
eyelids.
くわかりました。
Now I know what I'm looking
そ
for.
れなら死の体験をした時に見たことがあります。
It is what I think. I've seen it when I experienced death.
人間が身にまとっているもの、あれが服だったのですね。
It is what humans would wear on their bodies. That is clothing, right? Yes, I'm glad you figured it out. Yes. All of a sudden, her drive seems to come forth, now knowing what clothing is. She walks off without a moment's notice and quickly searches this way and that. As expected, however, it seems that clothing won't be found so easily. Single-mindedly, her movement goes on without pause. The moments she was taking to return to me are now gone. This is probably a bad place to search in the first place. Come to think of it, going off how she experienced death here, this was a city engulfed by flames. Any clothing here in such fires would have been burnt to a cinder. If there's any clothing left, it would be somewhere isolated out of fire's reach. Thinking about a good place, I look over the surroundings and find something. Come here for a second.
何でしょうか。
Yes, what is it? Isn't that a handle there? On your right where you are now?
本当ですね。
You are correct. She moves over to the handle and grabs it with her hands. Tug, tug, she grunts, heaving at the handle. A basement, maybe? It looks like an underground shelter. I can only see stairs, but the structure remains intact compared to everything around it. There would be nothing odd about finding clothing there. Forget about clothing, there could be someone who remained in hiding. These thoughts swell expectations in my heart. Would he carry me down? Yes. Holding me with both hands, she goes to descend the stairs. She steps once, twice. I feel as if my heart pumps with every footstep I can hear. Gasp. When we reach the bottom, I see a room that's been laid to waste. The room is entirely dim with lights and ceiling lamps broken. The only light coming in is from above ground. Still, I can tell this is not a normal state of things. As for people, there's not a sign of them.
ここに置きますね。
I'm going to set you down here. Yeah. Alone, she keeps her pace, walking to the back of the room, leaving me on the sunlit staircase. Then one by one, she goes on opening the scattered boxes.
何も入っていません。
There's nothing in this one, okay?
何も入っていません。
There is nothing in this one either. Her reports of nothing continue. She opens a box with the letters Emergent faintly written on the side. The word food barely remains on another box of similar shape. So emergency and then food. Thinking about that makes me think that they're gonna find Paimon to eat. Even though just a single bottle is lying around, I can tell emergency food and water were probably stocked here. As to why it's in this wrecked shape, I'd rather not think about it. I shake off the horrible thoughts. The young girl returns holding something in her hands.
これが服ですか?
Kiyoya, is this clothing? It looks like it. It's a shirt that she's holding. Yeah, a one-piece dress. Oh, a dress, huh?
服ではないのですか?
Is this not really clothing? I'm sorry, that was misleading. That is clothing. One piece means the type of
そう
clothing.
ですか。服にも種類があるんですね。
Oh, really? So clothing has varieties as well? She nods several times. Go ahead, put it on. Try pulling it over your head. Okay. Apparently she's unaware of how to wear it. I ask her to turn so she's out of view. Then by directing her, I help her put it on. Luck was on her side, finding a one-piece dress. Giving directions could have been a struggle as well if the clothing was something with a lot of buttons.
できました。
Kiyoya, I put it on. Alright, well then, will you turn around and face me? Yes. Listening to what I say, she turns back into view.
いいのでしょうか?
Do you think this is fine? Yeah, it looks good on you. What a relief. It's not exactly a perfect fit. The size is a little on the long side.
人間のまとう服というものなのですね。
So this clothing is what humans would wear? Correct, everyone typically wore something like that. Well, what are your thoughts about wearing it?
邪魔ですね。
It flutters. It is bothersome. Not being used to it, I'm sure it feels bothersome. Restlessly, she clenches at the dress, and after a while, she lets go.
これで重要なことは終わったのですよね。
This means the important task is finished, right? I guess we did find
で
clothing.
は私は使命を。
Well, then back to my purpose. But wait, don't be so rushed to die, okay? But there's still something we need to do. Something we need to do? That's right. Next, let's cut that long hair. I make my suggestion clear just as I did before.
し
However,
ます。
I refuse. Huh? Why are you emotionally attached to your hairs? No. Why? Are you emotionally attached to your hair or something?
ありません。必要性を感じないからです。
It is nothing like that. I feel there's no need to cut it.
服についてもそうです。
About this clothing as well.
これは使命よりも優先すべきことだったのですか?
Was this truly something to be a priority over my purpose? That is to
手
say,
を切るべき理由を教えてください。
the reason, please tell me why I must cut my hair. A reason. That's because you are the symbol of humanity. You're going to pay for the crimes as the species symbol. Well, you should be more like a human.
私では人間とは言えないのですか?
You would not call me human as I am now? No, I wouldn't go so far as to say that, but I'm talking about how being more human-like would be even better. That, and it's something I would like.
そういうものですか?
So that is your reasoning? Yeah. Honestly, when I look at this girl, I can't help but think about how unkempt her hair is. If I could move my body, I would have already combed her hair with my fingers. That, and I'm bothered by her bangs concealing her face. All she does is speak in a flat tone. At the very least, it would be nice to pick up on her feelings by looking at her expressions.
そういう理由があるのでしたら切ります。
I understand. If that is your reasoning, I will cut it.
いいのですか？
What should I do? Well, what you should do, is there a knife or something used for cutting in that area over
そう
there?
ですか。探してみます。
A knife, I will check. It's a clear response, meaning she most likely knows the word knife. It seems she really was given a strange and lopsided knowledge. She quickly returns shortly after beginning her search. I found one. A knife, it's a little rusty there, here and there, but hey, it's usable.
使います。
Yes, I'm going to use it. She grips the handle of the knife. Directing her isn't necessary. It looks like she knows just how to use it. Without hesitation, she cuts her bangs, then cleans up the
わか
rest.
りました。
I'm finished. Yeah, it looks great. I can see your face clearly now. It's a simple bangs only bold cut, but it's much better than her face being hidden. With this clean look, there's not even the creepiness I felt when I first saw her. You're a normal
そ
girl.
うですか？
Do you really think so? Yeah, you're cute.
かわいいなとは何ですか？
Cute. What is cute? Cute is cute. On top of it being difficult to explain, it's also embarrassing. It's wrong of me, but I'm pretending I didn't hear the question in her tone. That's right now, that's done. Let's pick a name.
私は人間ですよ。
I am human. That is the name from the creator, right? From other fellow humans, it would be nice if I had a name to call
そ
you.
うなのですか。では決めてください。
And that is what it is used for then. Well, please decide. What should it be? I'll think about it. Give me a little bit here. Okay. I pretend to be conflicted, making sound. I slightly started to realize I have been making reasons to pull her to a standstill, but ultimately this has been to buy time. Even saying stuff like that, the real me is most likely just simply frightened. Being left here is terrifying, but going with her is also terrifying. If I go with her, she's going to die again before my eyes. Suffering over and over, again and again. Blood, so much blood. It's possible I no longer want to see such things. It's not that I'm terrified of seeing blood, I'm terrified of witnessing firsthand the crimes of humans, the crimes of mine.
そんなに悩まなくていいですよ。
You do not need to fret so hard about it.
あ
Huh?
なたしか呼ぶことはないのですから、重要視する必要はありません。
You are the only one who will call me by it. It does not need to be taken seriously. Yeah, even still, picking a name without much thought is no good. Really, really? How? Oh, so?
時間をかけてもあまり変わらないと思います。
I feel spending time on it will not change much. Just as she says, it is true. Not much will come of it by buying time here. Traveling with her is all I have in the current situation. Even in the worst of things, I don't want to see there's no moving forward. On the end of not seeing them, I won't be able to search for people. Yet. Hey, you're always saying my purpose, but don't you think dying is scary? Not at all. Why
それ
not?
が 私の使命であり、生きる理由だからです。
It is my purpose. It is my reason for living. This is still kind of mystifying me here. Because sure, us humans don't really have a purpose in life. So we have to search for it just like we have to search for the meaning of life. But really, I don't see how the purpose of living is just to die. That's just our ultimate fate is all. See, it is my purpose, it is my reason for living. If that's the case, isn't it agonizing? Isn't it difficult?
苦しいです。辛いです。しかし、それが私のせいなのです。
Dying is agonizing. It is not easy. However, this is my life.
罪を償うことをやめた私は、死んでいることと同じです。
For me, quitting the payment of crimes is the same as dying. What is this all about? She's telling me that not dying is just like death itself. That's completely crazy, such thoughts. It's contradictory, but it really takes the cake. Yet, does this girl really accept such absurdity? And just as she had done, is accepting this unreasonableness put before me all that I have? Seriously? Worrying is just a waste of time. I decided on your name. It's Asagiri.
朝霧とは何ですか？
Asagiri? No, what does Asagiri mean? For some reason, Asagiri seems like a familiar name to me. I'm not too sure about anyone else out there. But I want to say like I heard it from Kenshin or some other anime. It's just hard for me to think where it is. It's just one of those things that seems familiar. It's the mist that blankets the morning. Like the mist, I feel like you're something almost intangible. That, and ever since I became like this, my mornings had started the time she came into my sight. Thus morning, the morning mist, Asagiri.
わかりました。それでは私は朝霧です。
Alright, I got it. So then I will be Asagiri. Could also be Persona that I'm thinking of too. With the name Asagiri. But again, I'm not too sure. That does it. She has a name now too. I can no longer think of a reason to hold her back. I just have to go with her and be prepared. Well, I suppose we go.
少し待ってください。もう一つやることがあります。
No, just wait. There's one thing left to do. One more thing. Faster than I can ask what it is, Asagiri moves to the back of the room. At that moment, a portion of her one-piece dress tinges dark red. She's done it, hasn't she? Well, spots of blood gradually spread across her clothes. After that, as if dragged by something, she slides above ground, then... No, God! She burns. It hurts, it's hot, it is hot. She burns and suffers, yet the one piece doesn't burn. Dark red stains on the dress have already vanished. A few seconds pass after Asagiri burns up her dress, still intact. Her body again hills itself, she descends the stairs and carries me in her arms.
助かりました。
Kyoya, you helped me.
死に気がつくことができたのは、あなたがこの部屋を教えてくれたからです。
Because you showed me this room, I was able to find the death just now.
私が今死ぬことができたのは、あなたのおかげです。
Thanks to you, I was able to die just now. Oh, I see. Oh yeah, this is what it means to travel with her. No looking past this one. For my own goals now, I'm telling Asagiri to go ahead and die after all. Even if I wasn't there and Asagiri was to die, the truth is, I'm supporting death. It's time to accept it. All that I can do is accept it.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you, Kyoya. You are...
何ですか？
Yes, what is it? No, it's nothing. I think over and over just to let it be, but I can't willingly accept her behavior. More so than wearing clothing, trimming hair, or gaining a name, I'm being thanked for suffering and dying. However I look at it, this is insane. This is insane, am I right?
私を死なせてくれて、本当にありがとうございました。
Truly, thank you for letting me die. Together we live, huh?
今日や、
See. Kyoya. It's morning, I see. When I wake up, peering down over me is Asagiri. At some point, her pace and the swaying scenery change into something unfamiliar. She must be walking like this even when I'm asleep.
来たのですね。
You are awake, I see. While I listen to her speak with an indifferent tone, I suddenly thinking question. You call my name the entire time I'm asleep?
私には、あなたの意思を定期的に確認する必要があります。
Yes, I periodically need to confirm what you wish to do.
あなたが返事をしてくれる時なのか、確かめているのです。
And so I'm checking to see whether you will respond to me. That's just weird. You can tell if I'm awake by looking at my eyes, you know. Looking at your eyes, I can
で
tell.
すか？
Asagiri tilts her head. Judging by the tone and the way she says it looks like she knows what the word indicates. Yet she can't seem to understand what I'm saying. When I'm sleeping, my eyes are closed, and when I'm awake, they are open. That's the difference.
すみません。よくわかりません。
I'm sorry, I really do not understand. Maybe what's not getting across is the meaning of the words open and close. This makes the explanation a hassle. That is to say, well, okay, first off, you can see the difference between when I'm awake and when I'm asleep, right?
今日やは今日やです。
No, Kyoya is Kyoya. I'm going to get nowhere this way. I'll take an easy to understand approach. I got it. If so, from here out, I'll say good morning as soon as I wake up. Doing that, you can tell if I'm awake or not.
おはようとは何でしょうか？
What does good morning mean? It's a morning greeting. Good morning is something people say to each other when they wake up.
おはようですか？
Good morning, then. She reports good morning several times, then nods. Because she's clenching her hands in a fist, I'm guessing she committed it to memory. That settles it. Good morning, Asagiri. Yes. She gives a second nod
おは
then.
よう。今日や。
Good morning, Kyoya. She says the words slowly as though confirming them.
何
Ah,
でしょうか？
What is it? Nah, don't worry about it.
気にしません。
Okay, we'll not worry about it. What's going on with me? I said good morning and good morning was said back to me. From that gesture alone, I'm helplessly happy. Something's off here. Good morning is nothing unusual, yet here we are as if it is. I'll be sure to greet her, making it an everyday thing again. Deciding that in my heart I lift my gaze. Has anything changed while I was asleep?
私はいつも通り死んでいました。
I died just as I always
い
do.
つもと違うのは、死んだ時に氷夜を見たことです。
Looking at you when I died was something different from the usual. I see, that must have been rough. It's bitter that I'm only able to say that much. I don't want to praise Asakiri for doing her purpose. However, given the situation, I also can't firmly tell her not to do it. I'm stuck in the middle. Roth, come on, really? Things aren't going to be settled by such words. Even though she comes back to life, she's dying here. Can a handful of words such as that really represent her suffering over and over again? Huh? Sure enough, nothing gets through to her. Seeing her with a tilted head, I search for words in a rush. How are things
場
going?
所の東側は終わりましたから、今は西側に向かっているところです。
The area here on the eastern side is finished. Now we are heading to the western side. Oh, really? Yes. Asagiri's footsteps continue in an even stride, without stopping even in mid-conversation. Hey, while we're talking about it, how do you experience death? Are you able to see those who have died?
はっきりとした姿は見えません。ぼんやりともやのようなものが見えるのです。
No, I cannot see a clear form. I faintly see more of a hazy
こ
object.
れらに重なると、周りの景色が変わります。そして
When I stand in the haze,
再現されるのです。
when I stand in the haze, the surrounding scene changes. Their death is then relived. So you're able to see the state of death?
周りの様子からある程度の状況は理解できますし、死亡した存在が最後に考えたこともわかります。
Yes, from the surroundings, I can make out the situation to a point. I also know what they were thinking in the final moments of their death. You're able to do that. There's probably not much to mention about thoughts right before death. I'm sure it's just horrible things like I don't want to die, how did I come to such a fate? I'm scared it hurts. As she listens to such voices of others, she actually goes through that death herself. And it's not just once, it's over. Right? Oh, and it's not just once and it's over. She has to go through it countless times. Just thinking about such a thing is too much. It's terrifying. I'd probably run away from such a thing if it were me. I would scream, why me? Why wouldn't someone else be better? But Asagiri doesn't do any of that. Instead, she moves her legs, not a pause in her pace. Seriously, what are you? No, seriously, what are
私は
you?
人間で、朝霧ですよ。
I'm Asagiri the human. So you say, is this girl carrying me really human? It's not like you directly killed those living things, am I right? Even still, do you seriously want to pay for their crimes?
覚えていないからといって、罪が許されるわけではありません。
Yes, crimes will not simply be forgiven just because they are not remembered.
自覚できていないこともまた罪の一つです。
Being unaware of one's crimes is yet another crime in itself. Without hesitation, Asagiri proclaims to be a wrongdoer. Something's off here, I'm sure of it. I don't know how often I've thought this, but I'm certain of it even now. Is there such a human as pure as this one? If she's speaking like that from her heart, she's like some goddess or divine spirit, isn't she? There's only one reason for such behavior if she was truly created to be human. You are overdoing it, aren't you? Of course, that's what it is.
無理ですか？
Overdo it? Me? Yeah, you're only pretending you accepted it all. In short, she's given up, thus bluffing that she's okay. She's a weak, cowardly hypocrite. I'm satisfied if I see her in this way.
言う意味がよくわかりません。
I really do not understand what you mean. That's fine if you don't get it. You're just unaware of it, that's all. There's no need to take this further and make her realize it. I settle on this conclusion and I'm about to end my thoughts. Then I realize, if Asagiri is unconsciously overdoing it, this isn't good. So stop.
何でしょうか？
Yes, what is it? You intend to experience death for someone again, am I right?
もちろん、私は死にます。
Yes, of course I will die. You have, however, been repeating death, right?
そうです。その続きをするのです。
Yes, I have, and I will continue that. Dying is not some simple thing, right? I thought so, her perception is dull. Being unaware of overdoing it means there's also a high chance she overlooks her limits. If she keeps experiencing death at this rate, Asagiri will lose her mind sooner or later. And when she does, she's bound to toss me aside. That's a problem and no good. To avoid this from happening by some means or other, I need her to learn about taking breaks. When I think about it, I didn't see the eastern side that you had passed. When you go back, there's a chance we overlooked something important.
生物はいませんでしたよ。
There were no living things on the eastern side. And that's your opinion. Things will be different if I look. I could find a trace of something even if there were no living things.
私には使命が。
But I have my purpose. She looks to the west. Hey, I'm begging you. When I'm asleep, you feel free to do anything, even for your purpose. There's nothing I can do about that. In exchange, when I'm awake, could you spare some time for searching? I'm sure she understands, I hope so. I speak as if I had no choice but to accept Asagiri's self-centeredness. Then I give one more push. Because you listened to the plea of the inflicted, searching will also become a form of paying back crimes. I speak the usual twisted logic. Asagiri shows signs of thinking and then... I see your point. Searching will be what we focus on while you are awake.
探索を優先します。
She speaks and turns my body around. Thank you, Asagiri. Returning to the eastern side, we enter the largest building. Just as I thought, looks like this was once a school. It's in utter ruins, but here and there are traces of exactly that.
とは何ですか？
School? What is a school? It's a place of study. There are people called teachers at a school. They teach all sorts of things. And those who want to learn from the teachers will assemble here.
人ですか。
People who teach.
こうして私に教えてくれる教師は教師なのですね。
You are a teacher then, Kiyoya? Teaching me in the way that you do? I was a student. Well, I might be a teacher given this situation. Considering that I'm teaching Asagiri things about human existence, she might not be too far off. A school then. So if you think maybe a notebook or something is still lying around there.
ノートとは何ですか？
What is a notebook? A stock of paper.
ここにあります。
If that is what you need, here is one. She says, grabbing her lock of hair. So stationery doesn't come across either. Back to this situation. Being asked like this every time doesn't even make for a sufficient search. I'm sorry for not knowing. Don't worry about it, you're not wrong in the least bit. Asagiri's not at fault, but I'm a bit irritated. If only my body could move freely, I could search around forever. Hey, you. Would mind trying to take off my constraints once more?
わかりました。やってみます。
Very well, I will give it a try. She places me down, extends her arms, and pulls on something. Once, twice, 3 times. She pulls in a few breaks. She puts in a few breaks between pulling, but there's no sign of the constraints coming undone. My body still doesn't
す
move.
みません。私の力不足です。
I do not have enough strength, I'm sorry. Insufficient strength, nah, there might be a method or something to take it off.
ですか？
A method for taking it off? Asagiri has been pulling, exhausting her strength, but maybe she has to push a button or undo a tethered rope or something. That possibility is also high. Having a mirror or something would make it easy to direct her, but unfortunately we can't find one. In my mind, there should be something to make the mirror, make mirrors out of windows, but I'm not too sure that they're gonna be able to do that here. See how things are in such ruins, a mirror is probably smashed to dust and scattered about. Will you describe what sort of manner my body's in?
体は多分何か硬いもので覆われています。
Your body's covered maybe by some sort of hard material. A hard material, what else? Oh yeah, what color is it?
と同じような色をしています。
It is the same color as this floor. So basically it's the same color as concrete. Just as I hear it, I get a bad hunch. A material that's hard and similar in color to concrete. And what if my entire body is not actually encased, but it is that material? What if I am, say, a robot? I once read in a manga about a robot convinced that they were human. No, it can't be, haha. Kiyoya, not a chance. I don't need food, water, or the restroom. I don't even have the sensation of skin. I crave sleep, but my consciousness suddenly goes out without being tired. The more I think about it, maybe I am something of a robot. Asagiri, do you know what a robot is?
わかりません。
No, I do not. Yeah, in that case, even if I were a robot, you wouldn't know. There's just no proof in saying that I'm not a robot. I'm overtaken with a mind-numbing fear of this reality. I am human, right?
はい。一緒に行動してわかりました。あなたは人間です。
Yes, I can tell by doing things with you that you are human. Oh, her responding with such a straight answer doesn't string together any peace of mind. It doesn't matter what Asagiri says, she doesn't know what a robot is. Kyoya? Yeah.
確かに、京也の体は不思議です。大部分が硬くて、よくわかりません。
Your body is unusual, to be correct. Most of it is solid. I do not really know what to think of it.
ロボットというものもわかりません。
I also am not sure what a robot is.
これだけは私にもわかります。
But this is something even I know.
ここは確実に人間のものです。
This part of you is for sure something human. Here she as an extends her finger before my eyes. After that, she angles her fingertip lightly downward. In other words, she probably wants to say that my face and the part underneath it is human. It's okay for me to believe what you're saying, right?
あなたにはただ邪魔なものがくっついているだけです。
Yes, something hindering is stuck to you. It's not like you're telling me that only my heart or something is human, are
そう
you?
は見えません。見えないものを断言することはできません。
I cannot see your heart. I cannot give my word about something I cannot
私の目
see.
に映るものを見て、あなたが人間だと判断しました。
From what I see, I have determined that you are human. I see. If so, let's rethink this. I can only hear, see, and speak, and I don't have any sense of feeling. In return, I don't require anything naturally needed to maintain human life. And what Asagiri says, she can distinctly see human face and what's below the neck. All sorts of things that hinder movement are stuck to me, that's all. What I can think of putting the pieces together is this must be a power suit. Power suits are, if I remember correctly, something that fits and enhances the human body. I'm currently able to sustain life without eating food through the suit. However, an essential part which allows the body to move has broken, making it as if I'm constrained. Something along those lines is fine to guess, I suppose. I figured it out somehow, but what a hassle this
で
is.
すか？
What were you able to figure out then? Yeah. Supposing I have such a thing attached to my body, I'm sure it's highly durable. It can't be easily destroyed. I'm stuck like this without taking the proper steps to remove the suit. It's no use, let's just leave it alone for now. That, and in the first place, that's right, we're talking about looking for paper.
私は紙というものがわかりませんから。
Yes,
当たり次第に持ってくれば
Yeah.
よろしいでしょうか。
Yes, I am unsure what paper is. Shall I randomly bring in anything I see? No, searching will probably be easier if you know what you're looking for. Do you know what shape a rectangle, no square is?
わかりません。
I do not know, I am sorry. When it comes to this, the explanation first starts from here. If so, I got it. Place one finger on the ground.
起きました。
Okay, placed it. Now, will you move your finger as I say then? Yes. First, go straight to the right. That's where you stop. Now, go straight down. Okay. Then go straight to the left. Aim, next aim for where you first placed your finger and move straight. Following my directions, Asagiri moves her finger, moving the sand on the floor, creating a line.
これでよろしいのでしょうか。
Is this okay? Yeah, I say you drew pretty well for your first time. It should work. A few lines are distorted, but that's to be expected. That shape is a square.
これが四角なのですね。
A square? This is square then? Asagiri looks at the square from different angles, repeating square, square. Then placing her finger again on the floor, she draws dozens of squares. Maybe she has taken a liking to drawing. This is a perfect opportunity. How about memorizing some shapes other than square? It will make explanations easier in the future if you memorize some shapes. Alright. Before she even finishes nodding, she places her finger on the floor. Well then, Kiyoya, please teach me. Asagiri then memorized a circle, triangle, rectangle, rhombus, and a few other shapes. Making time for drawing shapes leads to finding a notebook or paper impossible, but it wasn't a bad use of time.
上に行けばいいのですね。
I just need to go up, right? Yeah, it's a little dangerous. I'm counting on you. It looks like it's rusting, and walking with caution as it doesn't give way.
あなたを落とさないように気をつけて。
Okay, I will be careful not to drop you. Her footsteps echo, flopping as she walks. We're headed up to the rooftop.
という場所で何を探すのですか？
This place you call rooftop, what will you search for there? No, we're not searching this time, only looking. With how things have been going, I'll probably fall asleep shortly. Before that happens, I want to get a nice good look at where I'm
あり
at.
ました。
Where I am. Okay, if that's what you want. Whoa. My field of vision suddenly shakes. I'm completely unsure of what just happened. However, from the ringing of the metallic sound, a portion of the staircase must have collapsed. Asagiri, are you okay?
大丈夫です。あなたを落としてはいません。
Yes, it is okay. I did not drop you. That's beside the point. Are you okay? Me?
ですか。
After I call out to her, her shape finally becomes visible. From where I can see, it seems like she's not injured. I'm so glad you weren't hurt. Woo, I let out a sigh of relief.
右足が切断されましたが、もう治りました。
Yes, my right leg was severed, but it is fine now. I can't say anything in return after a response like that. When we reach the rooftop, I ask Asagiri to move toward the edge. I stare at the world. Ha ha ha. What spreads before us is a vast wasteland. I had feared it to be so, but being confronted with the truth for the first time is quite bitter. There really is nothing. There are decrepit buildings. It's not a thing to put into numbers, though. They're nothing I'm looking for. It's as though there's not a sign of a living thing. I can't even see a single tree. Is it true? Is it just us in this area? This is a school's rooftop, after all. It has its height, but it's not enough to sweep the view of everything. While disappointed, I also feel relieved that I can't see even farther. How far does this landscape go on, I wonder? Hey, Asagiri? I call out in a way to conceal my uneasiness. However, there's no response. Asagiri?
ここはこんな風になっていたのですね。
Kiyoya, so this is what became of this place. Yeah, it seems so. But haven't you already seen this landscape? Asagiri had told me that the deaths are finished in this area, meaning this place had already been checked.
ここには一度足を運びました。
Yes, I visited this place once.
私はここで死んだだけです。景色は見ていませんでした。
But I did not look at the landscape. I died here and that was it.
ここだけの話ではありません。これまで私は景色なんて見ませんでした。
It was not only here, but up until now I've never looked at a landscape.
今、初めて見ました。
This is my first time. Is that so? Asagiri turns to silence. I wonder what she's thinking. With her haircut, I can see her expressions, yet I still can't tell what she thinks. Even still, how great it would be if her heart were at peace. Even if by a little bit. Yeah, there goes the sun. I wonder if what I did today allowed her spirit to rest at all. Ultimately, I acted the same as the creator. I manipulated Asagiri on my terms, unable to respect her intentions. I'm the worst, thinking only of myself. However, I will never become like the creator. The evening sun truly is beautiful, whatever it may be. This view may have been just for me, but still, I'm not just going to let Asagiri live a life of suffering. This feels pretty long right now, but the time's still good. So Kyoya. I open my eyes as I hear a voice. It seems Asagiri was calling my name today as well, making our decision to greet each other meaningless. Dumbfounded, I speak up. Good morning, Asagiri. Instantly, she flutters her eyes. Good morning, Kyoya. Kyoya, I was calling you. Yeah, it looks that way. I thought you might have died, so I called you over and over. You really exaggerate. I'll be darned to be treated like a dead body just from a bit of sleep. I speak and Asagiri submissively apologizes in return. I did think that you were sleeping, but I also feared the worst. Other than me, living things die easily. It's hard to lightheartedly say that I won't die when she tells me off like that. That's true to a girl who countlessly repeats death. She probably understands better than anyone about life's fragility. That, and I do not understand what sleep is. I know that it is essential for life, however, I do not physically experience it. Yeah, that's right, you don't need sleep. From the eyes of someone who doesn't sleep, I probably look bizarre, suddenly becoming silent and all. During the handful of hours I sleep, I wonder if she simply stares at me calling my name. I start to imagine it, then reject it. I mustn't forget Asagiri carries out her purpose while I'm sleeping. By the way, what do you plan to do if I don't respond? Are you talking about if Kyoya actually died? Yeah. The time I never give a response. Don't tell me, would she set me down at a moment's notice and leave me behind if she decided I was dead? I ask with that thought in my mind, and for the first time, the outer edge of Asagiri's eyebrow moves lower. I would not know what to do in that situation.
離れていますが、目の前で死なれてしまうことには慣れていません。
I'm used to dying, but I'm not used to someone dying before my eyes. Yeah, I bet.
どうすればいいのかわかりません。
And so I do not know what would be best.
そもそも、あなたが死んだこともわからない可能性があります。
At the same time, there is a possibility I would not know if you were dead in the first place. In other words, what would you
お
do?
そらく、私はずっとあなたを抱えて名前を呼びます。
I would most likely hold you forever calling your name.
あなたがもういいと言うまで、私はあなたを運びます。
I would also carry you until you said it was enough. You do understand, right? If I'm dead, there's no chance that I would say that I've had enough.
わかっています。
Yes, I understand that. Would you really lug around an unresponsive lump forever?
それも贖罪の一つとなり得るのですから。
Yes, I would, because it would be one way to pay back the
私
crimes.
にはこの体があります。名前を呼び続けることも、運び続けることも可能です。
I have this body calling your name and carrying you is possible. It's her usual unattached tone. I'm the one getting rescued, however, in those emotionless words. At the very least, as long as I'm not the one saying anything, I won't be dying alone. There's relief in the depths of my heart from this thought, yet
あなたを置いていくことはしません。
I will not leave you behind. Oh. The truth is, the more I speak with Asagiri, the more my balance is thrown off. Seriously, come on. All I'm doing is manipulating her. I'm selfishly using her in place of my unmoving arms and legs. Despite that, I'm troubled when she talks to me like this. Asagiri then brings her face in closer when I say nothing
それ
more.
よりも、今日や、私はあなたに教えてほしいことがあるんです。
Kyoya, besides, there's something I want you to teach me. She tells me that that's why she had waited calling my name. It seems I've been considered a full-fledged teacher, likely from being here at the school. However, this is my ticket. This terrible feeling will become slightly lighter, granting her knowledge in exchange for getting carried. What do you want to ask? I encourage her and quietly wait for her to go on. Asagiri looks up as if in thought about something, that speaks quietly. Italy. What does love mean? I guess she needs that song here. The What is Love song. Yeah, what does love mean? Love, why the suddenness of such a word?
少し前に体験した一人の男性が最後にそう考えていたんです。
Not long ago, I experienced the death of a man who thought about love in his final moments. Oh, that makes sense. A man murmuring the word love until his last breath. I imagined as this scene from a movie, I feel partially emotional, but I'm sure the actual scene was nothing beautiful. It may have been a yell of intense sorrow. After hearing that, it made you curious about the meaning then.
はい。私はその人間の死を理解するために、考えも理解しなければなりません。
Yes, to understand his death, I also need to understand his thoughts.
愛しているというものが何なのか知る必要があるのです。
And so, it is necessary to know what sort of thing this so-called love is. Please explain it to me. Being asked to explain is one thing. Putting it into words is quite tough. I'm not sure if I felt that way in my own heart, but to explain such a feeling to someone else, On top of that, with Asagiri lacking in emotional expressions, I can't imagine much of an explanation happening. I hold my words and Asagiri looks to the ground as though she caught on somehow.
これまでにもたまにこういうことはありました。
Actually, I have moments like these from time to time.
経験に必要な知識は教えていただいたはずなのに、言葉の意味がわからないなんて。
I have been taught the knowledge needed to experience death, yet not knowing the meaning of the words is odd.
神様から教えていただいたことを忘れてしまったのかもしれません。
Maybe I forgot things the Creator taught me. You are taught the knowledge needed for experiencing death. That means, in other words, when Asagiri states she doesn't understand, it could be said that she wasn't taught. The language Asagiri was meant to hear were the yells of anguish and words of grudges toward humans. Words of beauty, even the slightest, were useless. Midway through paying for crimes, words of love and feelings of affection were unnecessary. The Creator might have made that judgment. If that's true, it makes me sick.
私は贖罪と言っておきながら、実はただ死んでいるだけなのかもしれません。
While I say I pay for crimes, in truth, maybe I just merely die.
苦しみを分かっていないのかもしれません。
Maybe I do not understand the true meaning of suffering.
どうすればいいのでしょう。
What should I do if that is true? She grieves about it being impossible to pay for the crimes. When I see her like this, my vision blurs out. Asagiri, I don't have confidence in teaching you what love is. But I might be able to teach you fun and happiness. Nah, I will teach it. Fun and happiness. She whispers with pauses. Then she politely droops her head.
あなたに時間を割いてもらわなくても、それはもう知っています。
You do not need to spare time for that. I already know it. I am sorry. You fully understand what fun and happiness are?
神様が教えてくださいました。
Yes, they were taught to me by the Creator. She nods in approval. Then just as always, she speaks as if it's a common fact.
悪いものです。
Those are horrible emotions. Huh? Horrible emotions? Asagiri nods once more.
幸せになること。それは苦しみの逆だと神様が教えてくださいました。
Enjoyment and becoming happy. The Creator taught me. They are the opposite of suffering. Of course they are the opposite of suffering. They let you enjoy life. Otherwise, it would all just be miserable.
それらは私が得てはいけないものです。悪いものなのです。
For that reason, they are things I must not experience. Nothing good comes from them. What are you even saying? Her attitude, as if saying that suffering is correct, makes me even more ill. I'm not going to stand to listen to this much longer. I think you should have some fun. You're going to find
です
happiness.
から、それは私には不要で、
As I said as a head, it is unnecessary for me. Wait, there's more to this. More to talk about. Okay, listen, you're not getting the real meaning of happiness and enjoyment, and you don't understand suffering
い
either.
いですか？
What do you mean? If you truly want to suffer, it won't happen without knowing happiness and enjoyment. Just with anything, it'll take some getting used to. Going on with your suffering as you do will lead to an uneventful journey. I wouldn't call that feeling suffering by its true meaning. That's nothing more than a habit. You truly feel the drop of suffering by knowing the peak of happiness.
そういうものなのですか?
Is that how it works? Yeah, it is. I see Asagiri utter her eyes, and I reassuringly speak. And so, to suffer more, I will teach you the feeling of fun. You have no complaints about that, right?
わかりました。それではよろしくお願いします。
Yes, I agree. Well then, thank you. Yet. It's great and all that we decided on having fun, but I'm already stumped. It's amazing how there's nothing here. Even now, lying out before my sight are piles of rubble. Naturally, a toy, anything at all, is nowhere to be seen. To make matters worse, Asagiri will have to enjoy playing alone since my body won't move. I'm not asking for anything grand like video games or anything. At the very least, a ball or something was lying on the ground. At the very least, if a ball or something was lying on the ground.
とは何ですか?
What is a ball? It's something of a sphere. I taught you about spheres at school, you remember?
それならわかります。探してみます。
Yes, I do. Yes, I do remember that. I will search. Asagiri immediately starts searching, but could there really be a ball among these ruins? If there were a ball, the air probably would have leaked out by now. While I zone out, thinking about the chances or lack thereof, I search the area that I can see. When I do, Asagiri returns not much later.
ボールです。
Kiyoya, look, a ball. It sure looks like one, except that doesn't look like a ball for playing, it looks hard. It's probably a section of a pillar or something, judging by the markings engraved into it.
ですよね。
This is a ball, right? Yep, great job finding it. Well, she's not wrong, it is a sphere for the most part. But from what I see, it doesn't look like it has much balance. It's probably not cut out for throwing or kicking, meaning it will serve for rolling around. As I think, looking slightly ahead, I see an area where the ground slopes. The ball will easily roll if placed over there. Thinking that will do the trick, I direct to Asagiri. Among the rubble, I get her to search for 10 cylindrical shaped objects that I explain. Yes, that's good. Look from above and stand them up in a triangle shape. Okay. Asagiri arranges the objects as I say, and we are ready to play in no time. Yes, that will do the trick. What are we able to do? Bowling. Bowling? Are you ready? You roll the ball from this spot and knock over that rubble. You have 2 chances. During those chances, any of those cylinders that have been knocked down, have been knocked over, become points.
やってみます。
I got it. I will give it a try. Asagiri places the ball on the ground and rolls the ball with both hands. The ball curves to the right midway through its roll without grazing the rubble, the pins. Ah, bummer. That was no good. It's alright, you'll have it on the next one. Okay. She mutters and runs to get the ball. She then places the ball again on the ground, her aim more carefully thought out than before, and rolls the ball. This time the ball lightly taps a pin on the right edge of the pin rack. Oh, could this be? The tapped pin wobbles momentarily from side to side in big motion then. Ah. Even with all the wobbles, it doesn't fall over.
手でした。
It was of no good again. That was close.
ボーリングというものができないのですね。
I'm not able to do this bowling thing, I see. What are you saying? There's still more to go.
2回で終わりではなかったのですか？
Was it not 2 times and then it's over? No, this flow goes for 10 rounds. That's when you complete. That's when you compete for points. So right now, play as much as you want.
ですか？
So that is how it is played then? Go ahead, give it a try for a little longer. Okay. Asagiri brings the ball back and rolls it again. Another miss. Still, she tries once more. She aims carefully, then carefully again, and... Ooh. Well, if it isn't so, you did it. She finally knocked over a pin on the right edge.
倒れました。
Yes, I knocked it over. To knock one over this soon, Asagiri, you're amazing.
ですか？
I am amazing? Yeah, I was so bad compared to you the first time I played. Normally there's a gunner on the sides, the ball did nothing but drop in. Amazing?
ですか？
Asagiri. Asagiri grips the ball again with both hands and stands. There's not a sign of moving. She just stands there looking back and forth between the ball and the pins. What's wrong? Is it that you don't want to continue? Well, it does somewhat resemble bowling. This is, after all, not the same as the real thing. The ground is ungrown, so the slide is horrible, and because of the rocks, the ball is getting snagged. Setting and fixing the pins and going to get the ball also takes some time and effort. Nothing is odd about her having a stronger impression of this being troublesome.
ただ不思議なのです。
That is not it. It is just strange.
なぜかまたボールを転がさなければとか
For some reason I feel I must roll the ball again.
ないのにやらなければいけない気がします。
It is not really my purpose, yet there's a feeling that I must do it. Okay, that's what it is. She's just puzzled. That's not the feeling of needing to do. It's the feeling of wanting to do more, play more, and have more fun.
これがそういう気持ちなのですね。
I want to have fun. That is what the sensation is then? Yeah, and if it's enjoyable, then enjoy it. Okay. Asagiri nods even larger than before and rolls the ball again. Then while chasing down the ball and resetting the pins, Asagiri calls out to me.
見てください。2本同時に倒れました。
Look, Kyoya, I knocked down 2 at the same time.
今度は3本です。
Kyoya, this time I did 3.
両端が残ってしまいました。
Kyoya, the end pins are left over.
私は気がつきました。真ん中を狙えばいいのですね。
Kyoya, I figured it out. In bowling, I should aim for the middle, huh? Technically, you should, yeah. In a bowling alley, there's a triangle formation of arrows that helps you aim, and typically, what you'd want to do is go for the 2 arrows nearest the topmost one, because that's what helps you get most of the pins.
どうや
Kyoya this, Kyoya that. I'm watching the entire time even without her calling me 100 times like this. She says my name over and over again. Although she's not leaping or raising her fists in victory or anything like that, her voice is
ボ
lively.
ーリングというものを人間は皆やっていたのですか？
This bowling game, does everyone play it? Not everyone, but it was a pastime and a sport.
スポーツですか？
Pastime and sport? People do lots of other things. There were things like soccer, baseball, swimming, marathon running, tennis, ice skating, and basketball.
とは何ですか？
What is soccer? To put it simply, two teams are made, then they kick the ball into the opponent's side.
わかりました。ボールを蹴るのですね。
I see, the ball is kicked then. Stock still, she looks down at the ball on the ground. I'm getting a bad hunch about that look. No, I'm already certain. I'm immediately about to let out my voice, but... oof. Faster than I could speak, she kicks the ball without a second thought. Hey, I just heard a strange noise. Are you okay?
骨は折れましたが、もう治りました。
Yes, I broke a bone, but it is healed already. I am fine. Can you really call that fine, I wonder? I'm baffled, and before me is her cool and composed.
私は人間の中でも貧弱な部類なのですね。
Among the humans, I'm from the weak group, I see. Well, you're a child. Of course you'd be weak. No, that's not the issue. Kicking a solid heavy ball with full force is bound to injure pretty much anyone. Other than your healing abilities, you're normal. The ball used in soccer is much lighter and softer. Oh, I see. Is she honestly listening to my explanation or not? Asagiri shifts to stand on one leg and wiggles her floating foot. Build is the correct word, I suppose. Her foot looks to be moving soundly.
野球とは何ですか？
Alright then, what is baseball? Toss, hit, then attack and protect. It's a very vague explanation, but I can't do any better. If I carelessly say using a ball, there's a danger of her testing it again. I took this into account, or so I thought, yet Asagiri lifts the ball with a natural, like,
ま
face.
した。これを投げて、打つ
I got it, I attack throwing this, correct? Well, wait, I'm sure I said nothing about what to throw and what to hit.
ですが会話の流れと野球という言葉から
Yes, but from
しました。
yes, but from how our conversation was going, I judged from the word baseball. By the way, how did you interpret attacking and protecting?
投げて他者を攻める側と飛んでくるボールを打ち落として身を守る側、二つの集団に分かれて競うものだと考え
I thought it was a competition divided into two groups. One side throws the ball attacking and the other protects it. And downed bodies from a falling ball. Protects its downed bodies from a falling ball. Going from here in this situation. Considering Asagiri is the one holding the ball she attacks, I protect. In other words, I will be the side the ball is thrown at. This is terrifying. Is that not how it is played? I'm sorry, but it's wrong. We're a few people too short to play baseball for starters. So would you mind giving up the thought and lowering the ball? Yeah, that was a typo, so it was supposed to be lowering. Telling by her already shaking arms, I can see an okay as she places the ball on the ground. As though suddenly remembering, she rolls the ball, knocking over 6 pins, then returns holding the ball.
水泳とは何ですか？
And what is swimming? Swimming is a sport competing against speed in the water. When I respond, the ball drops from Asagiri's
ことの
hands.
できる人間がいたんです
Some humans could swim? Well, yeah, I can swim to an extent too, you know.
ことができるなんて京也はすごいですね。
To be able to swim, Kyoya, you're an incredible human indeed. Is it really that much of a big deal?
みんな死ぬ時は沈むか浮かぶかのどちらかです。
Yes, when everyone dies, they either sink or float.
いませんでした。
There has not been a swimming human. I would imagine so. The back of my mind falls into darkness as I reply. The water she knows is probably different from the clear ocean and the chlorinated pool water that I'm thinking of. In Asagiri's mind, maybe swimming is done for dead bodies. He's not water. That reminds me, there's not any water in this area. I speak in hopes of glossing over my second feelings, but it's also something I've been a little curious about. I have not so much as seen a drop of water since I woke up in that room. Even on top of the school, I couldn't catch a glimpse of an ocean or a river. I must be suffering from a dry throat if my body required water. Asagiri, have you seen rain recently?
最近というよりも、私は死の体験以外で雨を見たことがありません。
No, I would not say recently. I would say more like I have never seen rain besides experiencing death. I see. I don't know how long it's been since she began her purpose, but I'm sure not seeing rain once during that period is some seriously bad probability. Since I might be considered lucky.
それにしても、スポーツというものがたくさんあるのですね。
But still, there are a lot of sports, it seems. What I just talked about is but a little. There are all sorts and kinds.
楽しいのですか?
All of them fun? Yeah, there are a lot of enjoyable ones once you give them a try. While it might not spark someone's interest hearing about it, it's common that it's fun once it actually... while it might not spark someone's interest hearing about it, but it's common that it's fun once actually given a try. Asagiri has a challenging spirit, knowing no fears, so she would probably just try about anything. I'm sure you think any sport is fun. You felt bowling was fun, right? I did. By habit, she nods with a slight hesitation.
今夜も、
With you, what is
今
it?
夜も一緒にできたらもっと楽しい。
Would it be even more enjoyable if I could play sports with you together? Yeah, it would. It's far more enjoyable as we fight for points and celebrate each other's efforts. It would be great if we could do it one day. We'll play that as if this body ever moves. Those thoughts come to mind when I speak and...
早速やりましょう。
Well then, let us hurry up and start. An out-of-place reply comes back to me. Hey, remember, my body doesn't move.
知っています。
Yes, I know.
あなたの体は硬いので、
But your body is solid. It will be fine. What sort of connection is there between my body being solid and having fun bowling? I don't get it. Confused as I am, Asagiri starts doing something in front of me. Wait, what do you plan on doing?
ボーリングです。
Bowling together. Yeah, I got that. Explain a little more specifically here.
お願いします。
I will explain.
強矢を斜めに置きます。
First, I will lay you down diagonally. After
ボール
that,
を乗せます。
I will place the ball on you.
ボールが転がります。
By doing that, the ball will roll.
ボーリングができます。
That is how we can bowl. It's as though I'm being told the steps of cooking. True, the ball might roll being placed on my slanted body. However, isn't it more accurate to say the ball rolled on me rather than I rolled
ダ
it?
メですか?
Is that not okay? She looks at me. And as she looks, she's already begun placing me at a slant. She's even gone as far as situating the ball. The ball inches around on top of my body. It's probably from her looking at the pins and lining her aim. Then getting the ball ready to roll, if she lets go, she asks me again,
ですか？
is it not okay? I'm not sure if this can be called bowling together, but Asagiri somehow or other wants to be immersed in the feeling of bowling with me. I suppose it's a good thing if I think about it. Alright, let's play. Let us. Her hand pushes the ball at the same time she speaks. The ball then gaining speed from my body rolls off, except it seems the ball doesn't take well to my rolling. Not even scratching the pins lightly, the ball curves to left and continues rolling off somewhere.
すごいですね。とても遠くまでボールが転がっていきました。
Incredible, Kiyoya. The ball rolled into the distance. It certainly did roll. However, this is not a game competing for distance rolled. It only makes picking up the ball from its far-off place of pain.
取ってきますね。
I will get the ball again. Yeah, sorry about that. I felt apologetic after seeing Asagiri dash off in the distance. The ball disappeared. She was the one who rolled the ball, but the reality is it's my body's fault the ball gained momentum. I really have come to a troublesome body. I wait, entertaining these unknown thoughts for the umpteenth time, yet Asagiri is taking forever to come back. Asagiri? Be that it may, with all the force it had, I don't imagine it rolling too far. At the very most, it's hiding in some rubble. Asagiri comes running back as I begin worrying something has happened. There is no ball in her hands. Instead, there is what appears to be a metal box.
見逃していたものがあって時間がかかりました。
I'm sorry I overlooked something and it took some time. Your purpose again?
少し死んでいました。
Yes, I died a few times. She continues, and I adjusting the box in both
これ
hands.
を掘り出していたんです。
I dug this up, and that
亡
is,
くなった方が最後に埋めていたものです。
it is an object of the deceased. They buried it during their final moments
で
alive.
したが、どういうものなのかよくわからなかったので持ってきました。
I have looked inside and not really know what anything was, so I brought it back here. An artifact, maybe? I'm not really up for it, but if we were to search for survivors of the family, I'd like some leads. It's probably best to check the contents. Alright, show me what's inside. Okay. Asagiri opens the box's lid and tilts the box so I can see it easily. I can see something at the bottom, but before that, on the top, is that a letter? I look hard at the paper. It's lined with row after row of illegible symbols. It's been so long since I've seen these words, but being unable to read what's written, it's frustrating.
私が読み上げましょうか。
Should I read it for you? You understand these symbols?
私は死者の最後の言葉を知るために世界中のどんな言葉もわかります。
Yes, to come to know the final words of the departed, I can understand any language in the world. So that's how it is. She entirely comprehends any country's words of hatred, then. Apparently she was truly given in a short-sighted knowledge of the world.
先ほども言った通り、私には意味がわからない単語があるので、それは飛ばして読むことになります。
As I said before, however, I do not understand some words. I will skip over those while I read. That's fine, read away.
では、読みますね。
I'll start then. She places the box gently at her feet and holds the letter with both hands. I'm putting mine into this box, alright. I got this from Granddad. Granddad said that he got it from a friend, and that friend got it from a friend of theirs. Everyone had for this very much. Granddad said this was an extraordinary. This one doesn't lose track. Up above the sky where no one has seen, the gods tell the true time, and because of that, this will always show what the true time. This will always show what time it truly is. When I asked what is true time, Granddad spoke. He said, as long as people do the right deeds, it is the time that continues even now. I didn't really understand what he meant, but a look at it reminded him of the gods above. The gods are still up there and they still tell us the time. That longing brought him to sadness, that's what he told me. It was something that extraordinary, so I too will bury it, leave it for now, and pull it out later. Take of it, please, a note to me in the future.
終わりです。何か理解できましたか?
That is all of it. Did you understand something from it? Yeah, thank you. I don't know if I can say I followed it. Yet there was something somehow. No, yet there was somehow something that did drift up in my mind. An object that displays the correct time, taught by something from above the sky. It sounds like it could be a radio wave clock that receives information from a satellite. Would you show me what's in the box with the letter? This is it. Looks like a pocket watch to me. The object she shows me is just what I was imagining. It's a pocket watch with numerous buttons. Judging by the attached rusted chains, someone may have worn it around their neck. You wouldn't mind pushing those pieces sticking out in order, would you?
わかりました。
Very well. Asagiri begins fiddling with the buttons one at a time, but there was no response. No good, huh?
おかしいのですか?
Is there something wrong? Yeah, under normal circumstances it would start up.
壊れているのですね。
It is broken then? Nah, I also can't say that. From what I can see, there are no scratches that stand out, meaning there's a chance it's just a dead battery. It looks like it runs on solar energy, charged by its tiny solar panels. If we wait, the electricity may switch on. Sorry to ask so much, but can you leave that black part in the sunlight?
し
Yes.
かし、これで何かが変わるのですか?
But will something change by doing this? Doing this, will it start it? No, doing this will start it, maybe fix it.
では、待ちます。
Well, I will wait. I see, well, I will wait. Together we wait, sitting on... together we wait, sitting, some time passes, and the watch gives off a tiny electronic sound. It seems it's designed to turn on automatically once charged to a certain point. The liquid crystal display illuminates slightly. Then the radio signal icon in the display corner blinks.
動いていますね。
Something is happening, I see. It's receiving a signal, possibly. In other words, there's a satellite. Far off in the distance overhead, it's still in space. Indescribable joy starts gushing forth thinking about it. I feel I can slightly relate to the sentiments Granddad had in the letter. Yeah, that was right. Standing at the edge of forgetting a life of civilization and being shown nothing but ruins make me want to praise the satellite too. Telling the day and time by looking at the watch, he probably would reminisce about day-to-day life, as small as it may have been. That's because I too wait and hope the time's display.
点滅が終わりましたよ。
Kyoya, the blinking has stopped. Yeah, it has. The icon for signal vanishes and the numbers slowly emerge in the liquid display. Well, according to the watch, it is currently 18 hours, 28 minutes, and 30 seconds. Or hours. The date is April the 9th. And the year by the Western calendar is... The year is 4,518. Oh, what in the world is this? What is it, Kyo? Yeah. I don't know these numbers. The watch has gone haywire. This is crazy to display this year over 2,000 years in the future. Asagiri, something is off. This is wrong.
違うのですか？
It is wrong? Yeah, from my memory, it's off by over 2,000 years. Could this be true? Is the watch really what's off here? Well, I have an unsettling feeling this entire... Well, I have had an unsettling feeling this entire time. 48518 is quite a strange year to me, too. Because you'd expect other numbers problematic with computers to show up around that end. Just like 2038 is supposed to be problematic. Could the world have fallen into ruin in under a year? In that case, no, in that little time, could destruction spread throughout the world this badly? Less about such thoughts. Maybe I should consider I'm the one off here. Asagiri, roughly how long has passed since you started your purpose? I do not know. It doesn't need to be exact. Has the sun risen more than 365 times?
もっと多く登りました。
Yes, it has risen more than that, much more. The world is already in ruin when you began your purpose, correct?
状態を滅びたというのならばそうなります。
If you were to call this here and now as being in ruin, then yes. Then is it okay if I ask one more time? This place on this earth, does it rain? Have you physically seen water? Is there an ocean?
私は実際の水を見たことはありません。雨もおそらく降りません。
I have not actually seen water, and I am afraid to say rain does not fall either.
海はありません。
Currently, there is no ocean.
水はありません。
There is no water on Earth. I see. I scan the surroundings once more. Everywhere, the land is dry. No water, no moisture. There are clouds, but by no means will it rain. Well, what if the Earth truly has become such a planet? Earth was a blue planet. The surface was made of 70% water. Earth was blanketed in the blue of the ocean. It even had been called a water world. All of the water vanished. The long years didn't slip away and all that, did they? Until I woke up in that place. What malarkey? How long was I out for? The word cold sleep drifts into my mind. It's the method of freezing a body, putting it into a suspended sleep, and reviving it in the distant future. What if that had been performed on me? Not knowing anything, the transformation of the world being dressed in a power suit, making up for my weak body. Is there no explanation that comes with all this? Oh, an explanation does come with all this. That means while I was out, everyone did die, didn't they? So there's no one left then. My family, friends, those I know, all of them gone. Even those who know me, they're gone. Did they all go in the years long past? Hey, Asagiri, what should I do from now on?
他の生物を探すと言いました。
You said you would search for other living things. Her words showered down on me as if asking why I'm saying this now. Turning my gaze toward her voice, I can see her ever-present as in emotionless eyes. Searching for living things is whatever now. Oh, I give up. Why is that? You even said it, didn't you? Nothing is living, not anymore. A waterless, devastated world. We're talking about someone living in that world. Anything living in that world. Water's the source of life. The absence of water becomes the absence of life. It's just pointless to search. Asagiri stands after I speak and stares down at me.
そうですね。神様は動植物は皆死んだとおっしゃっていました。
True, the creator spoke of all the plants and animals being
そして
gone.
神様がおっしゃることは全て間違っていないのだと私は思います。
And I feel that everything is correct in what the creator says. Yeah, I guess so. It's right, all of it, I guess. Maybe a ridiculous war did happen just as the creator said. And maybe humanity did turn the earth into this.
神様は正しいのです。
Yes, the creator is correct.
正しいはずなのです。
It must... His correct must be correct.
私は少しずつわからなくなってきました。
Except I'm slowly becoming not so sure. What are you not sure
私
of?
は知りました。
I know
あな
now.
たは生きています。
You are living.
生物が存在しないはずの世界で、あなたは生きています。
In a world where life does not exist, you
言
live.
葉を交わします。私に様々なことを教えてくれます。
You teach me things.
意志を持っています。
You teach me things. You exchange conversations with me. You carry intention.
それを生きているのだと考えます。
I consider that living. Thanks. It's true, I do speak and I do have a will. I could be living. But what is there to say about that? What am I if I am living?
以前言いました。自分と同じように生きている人間がいるはずだ。
You said before that humans must be alive just like you are
そ
alive.
の通りだと思います。
I feel that is
あなた
true.
が生きているのですから。あなたと同じ形で生きている存在がいてもおかしくありません。
You are living, so there's nothing strange about others alive in the same situation you are. Are you saying other people like me in this shape? Water and food are needless even after waking from a long slumber. Such an existence other than me? Could there be?
可能性はあります。
Yes, there's that
そう
possibility.
なら、きっとあなたと同じで動くことができないのです。
If there is someone, I am sure they cannot move just like you.
そしてあまりにも動かないので、神様も生物ではないとお考えになられたのかもしれません。
And since they do not move, maybe they were not considered living things by the Creator. That's true, it's not possible to move. If there's someone, there's a chance they're sitting motionless just like me, doing nothing just like me. If that really is true, that person could be feeling intense loneliness just as I did when I was in that room. Not a sound, not a person. They would be alone in an unchanging world, knowing fear and only that fear gradually becoming paralyzed. They would be losing willpower little by little. Is that not death in itself? Doesn't that make me their killer? Will I abandon that life possibly out there?
どうしますか？
Kyoyo, what will you do? Asagiri stares at me, eyes fixed. As always, not a speck of emotion in those eyes. Or maybe I just can't see it. Asagiri does have feelings, and she does have her own mind. She lives even while in death. Above anything else, standing here as a human, one that once had a life. When I think about it like this, there's still hope. I want to go on. I won't give up searching for people. Therefore, will you keep carrying me? A speak and her hands extend out to me.
わかりました。
Yes, very well. My view then shakes.
私はあなたを運びます。
I will carry you.
もういいというまでずっと。
I will carry you forever and ever until you say you have had enough. Alright, that was a long one, but there's the next chapter, so we're gonna save here and call it. Alright. I hope you all enjoyed that. That was closer to the amount of time I usually go. And I thank you all for coming. If you are watching this on YouTube and you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like and share this with anybody else that you think might enjoy this. And if you'd like the chance to chill with me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell notification icon to hopefully be notified of when I'll be live again. As for when I'll be live again, I am kind of conflicted right now. I don't have anything tomorrow, but I kind of want to take tomorrow and the next 2 days off, so let me decide on that and I'll post it on the posts tab of my YouTube channel, which is where I usually keep this information up to date. But it's kind of conflicting. I want to say I'll stream again tomorrow, I just don't know if I will. If you're watching this on Twitch, you all know what to do. Speaking of Twitch, let me try and find somebody to raid. Okay. Alright, not there. Let's check over here. Alright. Don't really know what that game is. Okay, so Infinity Nikki. So we'll probably try and look for someone doing Genshin then. Just to help liven things up, even though things have definitely gotten interesting. Okay, let's see here. Alright. We are going to be rating Akaro, who seems to be bilingual in Portuguese and English. They're doing Genshin Impact. I'm not too sure what they're doing otherwise, so let's check them out. Give them my regards and tell them I'll be there when I can. And with that out of the way, I thank you all again for coming. Bye.